What's going on, Dolphins fans? It's Connor from the Dolphins Dive, and today we're going to be breaking down the Miami Dolphins victory over the New England Patriots 31-17, moving to 6-2 on the season, which is huge. Heading to Germany to face the Kansas City Chiefs, so we have a tough matchup ahead of us. But I'm going to break down this previous game and what went down. So starting with the offensive side of the ball, the passing game was good. Tua looked good after the one bad interception. There was 3 safeties and 1 dropped. I think that's more so Tua trying to do too much. It was like 3rd and 17. At that point, I'd rather you just throw it away than throw a pick and give them the ball in plus territory. But aside from that, Tua was pretty dialed in, going 30 of 45, 324 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So overall, pretty good. He got Hill again. It seems like every week Tua's finding Tyreek for a deep pass, and I love it. Jalen Waddle had a solid game. Passing game overall pretty good. Offensive line held up pretty well in the passing game, but we'll get to the offensive line. More injuries occurred, and the running game showed very poor due to that. And that's kind of the biggest struggle on offense currently. Is getting that ground game going. A lot of early down runs that go for either negative yards or only 1 to 2 yards. And I think a big reason for that is to the injuries on the offensive line. Robert Hunt went down. Kendall Lamb went down at one point. But things are looking up. Teron Armstead's probably not too far away. Robert Hunt doesn't seem too seriously hurt. Connor Williams is on his way back. So reinforcements are coming, but it's still concerning. The run game is definitely paying for it. So maybe something to look for in this upcoming trade deadline. Just get some depth. Maybe a capable starter on the offensive line. So I would say that's the biggest concern for the Dolphins offense is the inability to run the football. Looks like they had probably 18 carries for about 70 yards, just guesstimating based off the stats I have pulled up in front of me. So I would say that's where the Dolphins offense needs to improve. But overall, they had a good day against a very solid defense, as the Patriots always tend to be. Now, our defense versus their offense, and there was a lot of highlights. Jalen Ramsey coming back with the INT. What a great way to start his Miami Dolphins career. Bradley Chubb continuing to look much improved from last year and early on in the season. So definitely love to see that from one of the guys we're paying a lot of money to. He's looking like he's starting to really earn that money, and I love to see it. Christian Wilkins, noticed him a couple times. David Long made a couple good plays, got banged up, but I think he's okay. Secondary-wise, nothing too stand out aside from Jalen Ramsey looking good. Brandon Jones probably out with a concussion. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully Javon Holland comes back from his injury. Deshaun Elliott continues to be like an unsung hero for this team. You don't really hear his name too often. He had a nice hit on Devontae Parker, but he's consistently doing the right things. Hence the reason you don't really hear his name called. In the games that we missed him, you could tell that we were missing him. So he's an unsung hero for this team without a doubt. But the run defense overall pretty good. There was a couple times where we had a bad job tackling, but overall very happy with the defensive unit as a whole. So very good job. They're improving week in, week out, which is what you want to see. And more reinforcements are coming. Xavier Howard and Javon Holland will be back, finally paired up with Jalen Ramsey. So the secondary is finally going to be really good. The front's playing much better as well. So this defense is turning from a liability in the beginning of the season to now it's playing very good, and it's only going to get better. And then offensively, like I said, passing game still strong. Just need to see improvements with the run game, which I think kind of due to injuries. So hopefully we get healthy, maybe add a reinforcement at the deadline. And the players that went down today, Robert Hunt, Kendall Lamb, things like that, hopefully they heal up and nothing too serious. But comment down below your thoughts on the game. Appreciate you guys for watching. And until next time, I'll catch y'all.